After a busy period of military exercises on both sides of the Korean peninsula, North Korean leader Kim Jong-un is focusing heavily on improving his country's navy, which had been neglected for years and has fallen well behind those it considers enemies. But is the North now struggling to catch up? And did its supposedly successful missile testing over the weekend actually suggest further difficulties? With a fair bit to unpack here, let's start with the leader's recent movements and language. North Korean state media reported Sunday that leader Kim Jong-un had inspected both an important shipbuilding manufacturing facility and a major munitions factory.
경애하는 김정은 동지께서는 북중주계연합기업소는 나라의 선박공업 발전과 우리 해군 무력을 강화하는 데서 누구도 대신할 수 없는 중임을 맡고 있다고 하시면서
He reportedly stressed their roles in bolstering the nation's military capability, emphasizing the need for modernization and the development of the North's shipbuilding industry, as well as highlighting the importance of the munitions factory in bolstering up the armed forces. Speaking of which, Kim's wording was also curious. He said that the North's armed forces should be referred to in the order of Navy, Army, and Air Force, when the Navy would normally come after the Army. But also remember that late last month, Kim warned in a Navy Day speech that nearby waters had become unstable with the danger of a nuclear war, blaming the United States and its more frantic naval drills with its allies, who include South Korea. And the leader declared the North's Navy would become a component of the state nuclear deterrence. But how realistic is that, you might ask? To be ready for war at all times, Kim has promised to provide each of North Korea's military units with new weapons in line with his goal of boosting his country's nuclear arsenal, suggesting equipping the Navy with nuclear-capable missiles, but also upgrading the vessels themselves, as they're judged by outside experts to be too old and too small. Not that the North is so weak at sea that it poses no threat. It only takes the threat of one nuclear strike to deter enemies, and North Korea has been developing its submarine-launched ballistic missile capabilities, while earlier this year it also tested an underwater drone that could potentially carry a nuclear warhead. On the surface side, North Korea has also been recently test-firing missiles from its most modern warship, an Amnok-class corvette, demonstrated to leader Kim Jong-un last month during an inspection. And now the North's again been busy launching missiles. It conducted a drill for a simulated tactical nuclear attack, also according to state media, Sunday, a day after North Korea tested multiple cruise missiles, which were detected by South Korea's Joint Chiefs of Staff at around 4 a.m. Saturday. The North's account explained that a dawn firing drill was conducted to warn the enemies of the actual nuclear war danger, adding that 2 long-range strategic cruise missiles tipped with mock nuclear warheads were fired. North Korea claimed the nuclear strike mission was held successfully, although the South Korean militaries expressed skepticism because the North only showed the flight and mid-air explosion of one of the missiles. Normally, when a weapon test is successful, its state media heavily publicizes related information to show off its national defense capabilities to the outside world. But it may have been hiding a failure this time. That might, however, just drive Pyongyang to carry out more provocations, especially as North Korea approaches the 75th anniversary of the regime's establishment on September 9th. We'll keep a close eye on things for you, including an expected military parade in the North. Please also help us out by liking and subscribing if you want to keep up to date, and feel free to get involved in the comments.